So I was looking for a more meaningful way on how to connect with people online and maybe look at different topics and ideas or thoughts that we might have in the background. And I have decided that there's no better place to do this than in nature on a walk. This gives me usually a lot of clarity and I can fully decompress and be with the wind. As you can see, is all in my head going everywhere, so I will try my best to take the hair out of my face, but I don't think it's gonna work out really well because I have very crazy hair and like to do what he wants. And so if you've been in the wellness space and healing, you probably have tried all sorts of techniques. You have tried meditation, journaling, yoga, breath work, all the kind of beginning stages. And while all these techniques have their own purpose in your journey based on what you are at, my purpose for this videos is not to give you another technique, but to give you a different perspective that I have gained through my journey and through my experiences, because some of my breakthroughs from my journey have usually came from realizing or coming to realization to a different aspect of a situation that I was dealing with. And I remember years ago I used to look for people in the industry or experts on different topics based on the challenge that I was facing. I used to look for books and read a lot of autobiographies just to understand how these people did certain things, and not to copy anything to do. My goal was to actually understand their perspective and take little things from their journey and see how can I apply it to myself and how can I move forward or not. People can give you all the advice and techniques and inspirational talks, but it doesn't mean it worked for them will work for you, because we are all unique individuals with unique challenges, unique life and unique backgrounds, and we often forget that and we kind of beat ourselves up for it. We tend to think that somebody else's life is better, and sometimes it's just you just need a little bit of new perspective in your life to see things differently, and it will take you to a direction you've probably not seen before. Now I'm just gonna take a break and enjoy the view for a little bit, and I will just tell you a little bit more. Oh, I actually completely forgot what I wanted to say. My brain is just interesting. Whew. So you can look at see this lovely view, and it is actually pretty in person. You need to believe me. Now, you probably have heard about from a lot of people talking about self-healing, healing this, healing that, doing this, doing that. And I used to myself think about what this self-healing actually means. So what am I trying to achieve? Why do we call it self-healing? And from my perspective and my personal opinion, to me, self-healing is, the ability you have and you give yourself to look at different emotions, situations, challenges in your life, and bring this challenges into completion, or bring these emotions that is struggling, is kind of playing in your mind every day, into completion. Give awareness, give forgiveness, give self-love, and actually release it from the body, so you can gain a different view to life, and you can see, life is not against you, it is for you, and you're trying to constantly, go on a better level of yourself and learn more and do more. I'll actually go this way because I'm gonna lose myself. And when we have a difficult situation or experience it in our life, most certainly we didn't know and we didn't have the capacity at the time to process that emotion, that feeling, that situation, that fear. And what we decide to do instead, we will take that emotion, for example, and we will buckle it up in a box and put it somewhere far away. And what we say usually is like, time will heal this, or only time will heal this. What actually happens, time goes by, and actually this emotion has become even more strong and more hard to deal with, because a lot of time has passed, more anxiousness has been created, more fear around it, more maybe judgment. So now it is even harder to deal with. So when you finally decide that, I feel courageous enough and brave enough to come on this journey, then you will face yourself to deal with a lot of acceptance, with forgiveness, openness, and a lot of self-love. And that's really not easy to do. As much as it's easy to say, it will it will put you in different spots in your life, and it will ask you, can you actually do this? And you're like, maybe yeah, maybe not. And you will probably sometimes say no, sometimes say, I'm gonna start again, and that's okay. It is not an easy task, and it's pretty tough. So always remember that you are trying your best, and even if you need to start again, that's okay. It's just you're learning as you go, and it's better than doing little things than not doing anything at all. Right, so I have decided to go down here and hope that the wind is gonna calm down. So whew, forgiveness, it's a very interesting one to look at. So think about during your day, how many times do you get frustrated from like little things? And we all do, we get upset, like if somebody was rude in a coffee shop, somebody is rude at work, somebody cuts you off in traffic. And these things are quite easy to, let's say easy, some people kind of hang on to them, but let's say that there are situations that they're easy to deal with, and say, you know what, I'm just gonna forgive the person and move on with my day, in the good case scenario. But then let's say that something, really unpleasant happened in your journey or in your life, and it is really difficult and hard to forgive this person or this situation. Even in the worst case scenario, what we need to remember is that it's not about them, it is about you. One thought you will have, and I mean we all do, is that this helps out, is that why should I forgive this person or this situation? They don't deserve it. Or you can also think that if I do, I look weak, and if I do, they will feel like they won. And it's not about anybody winning or being, right or wrong, and it's about your well-being, your freedom. It's about you putting your freedom first, above the need of being right. And when you look at forgiveness this way, we can easily ask ourselves, what do I mostly crave or need? To be right in this particular situation, or to just be free of it? And think about, something which happened to you, and you're constantly thinking, oh, they did this to me and they treat me this way and this way, so I'll never forget that. And what you're doing, you're holding onto it, and you kind of get a how's it called, it's like a muscle. The more you're going to work out, the more it's going to grow, and you're feeding into that. And the more you're going to do it, it's going to become kind of like something your energy really craves for. It craves for that drama, and it craves for that misunderstanding. And I always think about, when I am dealing with stuff like this, I'm trying to think like 10 years ahead, and think about, if you hold this thought or this memory of this bad situation in your mind, and you constantly remember, and what it will get you in 10 years from now? And the answer is nowhere. You'll kind of always be stuck in that pattern, in that anger, and it doesn't actually benefit you at all, and not your body and your mind and nothing. It's like it's just doing you harm. So always remember, next time when you're put into this situation, or you can even look at a situation from your past and just come to terms with it. And it's not going to be, straight away. You're going to go write it down and say, you know what, I come to terms with this, and that's it. Usually in here, you're going to go very deep into a lot of wounds, and sometimes this thing will require some support for some people, and I would advise you to get, if you can, and it can be any kind of support is good for you. So for me, I work with energy, so that's my first connection, that's what I'm looking at, that's what I want to do, because I can see the result in myself. But for some people, might be like, going to a therapist, or going to to the gym and running, and maybe as you do your exercises, you try to implicate some emotion, so you are releasing it from your body. So I wouldn't say, as I said, not everything applies to everybody, and energy work applies to me, and I hope it applies to more people, but it's not my journey, so I can only give you a hint. So I've been walking and talking and walking, and I have no idea where I have arrived. So I'm gonna close this and try to find my way. So I am actually on the right track. I think I found my way back. So as you all choose to walk this path, you will face and you will have a lot of people to forgive. And one of these people is yourself, which is the hardest one to do, from my experience. And it's going to take a lot of attempts and challenges, but eventually you will get there. And it's just by being consistent and courageous and wanting to. It's going to make all the difference and the change you are looking for. So you're going to probably see me in this video looking a lot straight, because I'm trying to know where I'm going. If you know me, you know I have no direction. I don't know where I am most of the time. So yeah. So this is why a lot of people end up spending their life with a lot of unsolved things and issues. It's because it takes courage, it takes time, and it takes a lot of self-love to, get to the better version of yourself. And sometimes maybe you don't need more breath work or more yoga lessons or more journaling, and maybe sometimes all you need is a different perspective. And I hope that this little conversation helped someone, because I know how it is sometimes to just find at least one person who gets you just a little bit more than others, and it is quite hard to, most of the time. So if you enjoyed it, I'm happy that you stay until the end and you just gave this time to yourself. And I also want to say that this is a very big breakthrough and step for me, because just to film this video I have had a lot of battles with myself and with being outside where other people are, and just being so vulnerable. And I don't know where it's gonna take me, but my goal is, and always was, to give people I can, and the way I can, a little bit of what I have done in my journey. And maybe through these longer videos people will also get to understand more about my work, myself, my journey, and to also see that I am also human and I'm not perfect, and I'm also dealing with a lot of stuff myself, but I'm always trying to smash that wall in front of me. And I think I've always tried this all my life. So yeah, if you liked it, I hope you're gonna come back and see it every week with another new stuff I have kind of racked out of my brain, try to get it out. I don't even know if racked out is a word, but I'm learning as well, so I don't yeah, see you soon.